Hello, hello. This is Alicia from Quick and Delish here. Day 23 of the 33 days self-care is our best defense challenge during this time, sheltering in place. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how, we some of our control has been taken away because there's a pandemic going on. So it's just coming to terms with that and accepting that we do have control over our personal reactions and our personal space and what we do every day, right? And there's tons of stuff that we can do to be productive and do things that we want to do and enjoy life while we are here still, right? So gratitude for living. And I just wanted to share a little bit about, some of us are working at home like me, and I feel grateful to do that. And then I just wanted to be grateful for all the people that are working out there, all the grocery stores, all the food delivery people, all the delivery people in general. And there's a lot of people that are like posting signs outside their homes saying thank you for all the delivery people or anybody that comes across their home. It's really great that people are out there helping us out, staying safe. And so I wanted to inspire or plant the seed, explain the notion of the more we have control over our life, that increases our comfort. So having control also includes what you eat, right? So when you have control over what you eat, then and of course, if it's healthy, that's even better. But if you have control over what you eat, then there's a sense of you could feel more comfortable, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're eating what you want. It's having control over what you want to eat, what you choose to eat. And so right now we can actually choose healthy foods. And then that increases your comfort maybe in your body, right? If that makes sense. So I want to explain the more control we have on our lives and our space and what we do, then there is an increase of comfort. We can feel more comfortable, right? And we can choose to have more control over our lives, right? A lot of times people might say that they don't have choice and things are out of their control. But we have control over what we do and say and how we react to the world, right? And so I encourage you to take more responsibility on how you cook and learning a little bit more healthy strategies and thinking about a lot of people are like making bread, like yeasted breads now. And I have some friends texting me that if I have a good, sourdough bread recipe or whatever, and I tend to like the no knead recipes, like the less work, the better. But my friends are like, no, I want to do the knead one, the one that has more work because I have some time to spend in the kitchen. So that's really nice. But you could actually make more food if you cut some corners and don't do the knead version, and do it the day before. And then there's less work and you can make more food. So I always go for the option where I could actually make more food versus just making the one thing. But I understand wanting to do the process from the beginning and doing the old school method and such. And so having more control is what do you want to do, right? And so like cooking at home is like experimenting, seeing what flavors go together. And the experiments in general don't always work out. Right? That's why they're called experiments. We're not assuming that it's going to work out. Okay, so the more control you have of your life, like your exercise, your hydration, your like what you eat, literally, how much you eat, the volume of what you eat. You know how you feel after you eat a big meal. You know how you feel when you have a healthy meal. And so how you fuel feeling good more often, right? And I'm saying that because we have this external outside stress. And so that energy from, politics and from the pandemic can mess with you, but it doesn't have to mess with you, right? Because we have control over it. And I know this is challenging, but it's so easy to just go for the peanut butter pretzels or something like that when you have them in your home when things are challenging, like today, this week, this month. Okay, so the more control over your life you have, including your healthy habits, then the more comfort you will instill in your life. And I believe that everybody wants to feel comfortable, right? In your space, in your home, with your choices. And then there's more ease. And this is a fabulous feeling, right? When there's more ease in your life, that there's this sense that things aren't so hard. Although some people choose to consciously find challenges, that's a different issue. Not my cup of tea. I'm always trying to simplify, streamline, make it easier. I want every day to not be a big deal, because we have all these challenging things that happen anyway, right? Challenging things happen anyway. And so if we approach every day as a big deal, like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, then it's just going to make every day hard. And so I encourage you to figure out more ways to think about how to increase the ease in your life, right? And how do you talk about your feelings so that it's not such a big deal? And certainly experimenting with different healthy options out there in the world. I encourage you to go get fresh vegetables. I encourage you to get some frozen vegetables for sure to stock up. And then also, the canned beans, low sodium canned beans. You should totally check out this seafood company that makes the preserved cooked tuna, sardines, salmon. I think that's it. Maybe they make some more products. Anyway, the company is called Safe Catch. They're so awesome. I'm looking forward to connecting with them soon. And so the reason why they're awesome is that for the tuna, they have the lowest mercury tuna. And that's because they actually test the tuna before they package it. I don't know the process specifically, but I know that they test the tuna. So they don't take the high mercury tuna, they only take the low mercury tuna from the ocean. So it's always going to be low mercury. And then also they don't add any sodium. And they do have some seasoning flavored packs, like tuna with chili and lime. So that's kind of fun too. And so these cooked or preserved seafood, it's not just for picnics and emergencies, it's for everyday use. And times like these when you want like good quality protein available for you, to make a super simple meal. You can make a spicy tomato sauce with sardines and some, like a puttanesca kind of sauce with some olives and maybe some capers. Capers are high in salt, so are olives. So you don't need to add a lot of salt to the sauce when you make it. And then maybe some white beans and maybe some, frozen broccoli or kale or something like that. Something super simple. Done. You have a meal, right? Sardines, spicy tomato sauce with white beans and some kind of vegetable. Done. No problem. Or add salmon to something, some chickpeas, and some, roasted cauliflower and some kind of curry powder, maybe some raisins. I don't know. You probably got some kind of dried fruit in there in the cupboard. So different things, like old-fashioned tuna salad with whatever. You could do mayo, you could do mustard. I tend to use just a little bit of mustard, maybe some mustard seed or even celery seed. Any kind of flavor you like. I love adding celery or fennel for crunch. Maybe some chives or some scallions. Scallions seem to be fairly easily accessible right now. Cool. So a little bit, some thoughts on thinking about how to have control over your life, and when it seems like we don't have a lot of control, right? because you can do a decent amount of stuff right now. People are getting creative. Like all those people that have the sewing skills are sewing masks for us because we're gonna need masks moving forward, right? Not necessarily for the next pandemic, but fires in California. Anyway, so that's a little bit for me today, and stay cool, calm, and let's keep it together. We're a village people, village up. We're in this together. We're